Welcome everyone to tonight's overview. I always like to do a little housekeeping at the beginning. So as usual, we record as well as stream into a group called Living an Epic Life. So if you are on the call tonight and you think of your sister, your mom, your best friend, please ask for the recording. We are here to share and make a difference. So my name is Benny Martin, tuning in from Victoria, BC. I'm here with Jen Laurie. Give a little wave. From Edmonton, Alberta, and we're going to be hosting our call tonight. So welcome everyone. We are truly just so excited. It has been a phenomenal week. For those of you who don't know, we have launched a new product and it is called Transform. We will be talking about that as well tonight. And we're just so excited. So I was introduced to these products just over a year ago, and Trinant is a company, if you've never heard of it, and it stands for to change life. And we do that through some impact products as well as just an incredible business opportunity. So whether you're here tonight to learn more about the health products that we have or the business, you are in the right place. So we're going to talk all about it tonight. So a few things just to get started about the company. It has been around for over 10 years. And in just about 5 years ago, they moved into the health space, and they did it in a way to disrupt the health industry. And with this new product we have just launched, that is exactly what we are seeing. So as I mentioned before, we have impact products. These products, we're seeing results. And for myself personally, results that I've never experienced before with other health products that I've used. And we are so lucky because we have Jen Laurie here tonight, and she has over 6 designations in the holistic health space. She is a wealth of knowledge. A few of my favorite things about the products are we have a scientific advisory board, so incredible doctors and scientists who come up and formulate our products. We have proprietary formulas, advanced technologies. For example, our collagen has 7 patents on it, and it is the product that has me be here tonight. We also have an amazing commitment to quality of ingredients, which Jen will talk about. But my absolute favorite is our testimonies. So real people like myself, like Jen and others on the call tonight who are just having amazing results. Jen, is there anything else you want to add before we jump into some testimonies?
Yeah, so tonight's really about like sharing stories of success of what we're seeing with the products, because ultimately I can sit here and rattle off all the facts of why this is the best supplement on the market and what makes it different. But at the end of the day, if you're not a scientist or you don't have, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're just like, I don't really care what's in it. Just tell me what it's going to do for me. That's kind of what we come together here today to do, is just to share stories of how it's impacting people's lives. But just know that what we're dealing with is whole food, plant-based products, right? Like I am not aware of any one company that doesn't use synthetics aside from Trinant. Okay, this is what got me here, because when I read the label, my jaw hit the floor and I knew by the formulations that they would be effective. And then in came the stories and then experiences of it, of myself, of the people around me. And I knew I needed to share this product because in all the years that I've been helping people with their health, I've never had this kind of result from a health product before. A result that goes way beyond anything I've seen. I have people coming to me saying, I've used every pharmaceutical my doctor gave me. I've used every natural product I've ever come across. Nothing has worked. Are you sure this is going to help me? And they try it and it works so fast. We're both in tears within, a few days. We're crying on the phone because we can't believe how much of an impact it has in such a short period of time. And so that's what makes it so powerful. And that's why we are the fastest growing business right now in this space, is because we have this high impact and they're products that people need. When we're talking about Glow Collagen, if you're over 30, you need Glow Collagen. It's not just a want. You need it. Okay. If you want to be healthy, if you want to feel good in your body, you need it. Transform, this new product. Oh my gosh. Absolutely, at least 1 in 3 people need it, and like a third of the population just wants it. But like, this is such a huge product because the way it transforms glucose into fiber, it has so many different implications in the body, because getting your blood sugars under control is so key to so many different health factors in the body, because insulin resistance is connected to so many ailments, so many things that make people feel sick, right? People that, if you're fatigued, if you have brain fog, if you have like mental health struggles, it can be connected. If you have hormone health struggles, it can be connected. If you are struggling to lose weight, gain weight, all of those things are interconnected with that. And so I'm so excited to hear some new testimonies tonight that I've not heard yet, because like, this is the cool thing, is we wake up every day and hear new stories, and we have new stories to share. And we brought new people on to share with you, because we know that there are people watching who are on like the fence, because they're like, I don't know. Are they telling the truth? So we're just going to keep hammering you with testimonies until you decide to give it a try for yourself, because we know it's going to make an impact for you. So Benny, who have we got first to share tonight?
I'm going to get Leslie to jump on. So one of my favorite things about working a business from home is you can work it around your schedule. And I believe she has some kiddos around. Leslie, do you want to share with us? What I'd love for you to share is your all-time favorite Trinot product. And then also, I know you have lots to share about the Transform, but if you can just maybe share your other favorite product as well.
Hi guys. Okay, so yeah, if I have to pick one, it's so hard. I came in hot on the collagen, had huge results in a month, was super excited. I'm a single mom with 3 kids. So I am crazy about the mojo, and the zest keeps me going all day. If I had to choose one before I tried Transform, it would have been Enrich, because it has just made me completely regular. It's totally changing my gut health. I feel way better after I eat. I take them with me everywhere. It makes a huge impact on my daily life, but the others do as well. So that's really tricky. So push comes to shove, though, the Enrich is one of those things that I just couldn't go without. I spent 20 years not going properly, and then did. And I was like, oh, I always thought it was a joke. Like, I was like, what? Once a day? Ew, it's way too much. And then now I'm like, oh, that's a real thing. You really can do that. So that would be my one. But other than that, yeah, the Transform has been, so I was at TLA, which was our conference in Vegas, and got my hands on some, and I came home and I've been seeing everybody's results for glucose. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And I got a monitor. But for me, my glucose was very level to begin with. So I kept saying to Benny, like, and it was so funny because when you were testing it, you kept saying, I'm so confused and it's very weird and I got to figure it all out. And I was like, what does that mean? Now I totally understand being on the other side of it, because you want to get to know what your base level is. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's good for me to know that I don't have, like, I'm definitely insulin resistant. I can tell, because there's, I carry weight in certain areas, and there's things that are, that go on in my life that indicate that, but I know that it's not so bad, so that the insulin is releasing the glucose into my blood. So that's great, because I wasn't getting anything on the monitor, but I really wanted to see if I could do anything with weight loss. And it took a little while, to be honest. And I tell everybody, like, my story is that I didn't do very much at the beginning. I was doing one day on, one day off. I wasn't seeing a lot of weight loss. And as soon as I added drinking a ton of water, taking it at every meal, 2 before I ate 2 meals a day. So 2 before every meal. And I'd taken Rich with it. which I think makes a really big difference. And then it was like the first time I checked, I was down 7 pounds in like less than 10 days. And now I'm up to 14. And I only started it on the 28th of September. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I have a long way to go. I got about 80 pounds that I want to lose, but it's like a struggle my whole life. I'm not a person who was little and then got big when I was an adult or after babies. It's just kind of always been my genetic makeup to be curvier and bigger as a person, but that's fine. I've accepted that, love that. I just want to be as healthy and strong as possible. And I think in my 40s, it was like what I did in my 20s and 30s to become stronger, to lose a bit here and there. You can try the same thing, but your body's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And you're like, wait, what? I thought it was just because I was going to be tired that I wouldn't be able to do it. Not because your body literally is like, yeah, we just work different now. So we're not doing that. And you're like, no. So I'm thrilled. I keep telling everybody, I've got tons of people messaging me. I'm like, try it. Like, just see. I mean, it's not going to be the same for everybody. We're not curing anything. We're not, treating anything, but my experience is that I'm down 14 pounds, which is like out of the world.
I just want to ask you, Leslie, like, did you notice any other things yeah, I know like some of us hope for weight loss, and that's a thing. And like some people will see weight loss, some people won't. Like it really depends what's happening and how the sugars are working in your body. But what else did you notice, like as far as like how you felt and stuff like that? What else did you notice?
So it's interesting because that also took a while. Like at the beginning, I was like, I don't really notice any difference in my cravings. But about a week into doing it really every day, I was like, oh God, I'm viscerally thirsty, like very thirsty, which for me, outside of being pregnant, I don't often feel thirsty. I feel hungry. And I know I'm not hungry, but now it's like, oh gosh, I want to drink water. Like I'm very thirsty. So I think that's great because I like that when my body's getting the right signals. Which then means I don't really crave any, like I don't have a sweet craving after dinner. I'm just good. I'm good with us. Like I fill up faster, I guess. I feel I haven't gone back for seconds. We had Thanksgiving and I lost weight over Thanksgiving. I ate pie and I lost weight. Like it doesn't make sense. But then I didn't eat nearly as much as I would have. I wasn't like plates and plates. Like there was no way I could have done that, because I just felt really full. So I think that's part of it, is like feeling satiated, and then I don't know, I have lots of energy, but I don't know. It's
amazing.
It's hard to tell which is which, but yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And Leslie, I've known you a long time and you just have such a pure heart and you're here to make a difference and share. And I can remember it was about a year ago when you tried the collagen and you called me up in tears because your results in 1 month on our liquid glow collagen. So I know we've been talking a lot about the new product, but also this is my favorite product. It is our liquid glow. It is absolutely amazing. It has 10 grams of protein. It has an antioxidant formula. It is bovine, grass-fed. It's hydrolyzed. And it has made a huge difference in my pain gain. I was just telling Jen today, I haven't been to the chiropractor in 9 months. That's how good my body feels all the time. We're going to jump in. I think she's still there, to Krista, who is one of Leslie's besties from Port Alberni.
Hi, everybody.
We would love to hear from you. If you can tell me your favorite product other than Transform, and quickly how it's made a difference, and then your experience on the Transform product.
Absolutely. So I joke actually that my ride or die product is Glow Liquid Collagen because it's my favorite. I actually started it because Leslie came over. She was hounding me about it for a bit, as we do when we're excited about new things. And of course, I want to support my friends. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take your collagen. Because she came to visit me and her face looked so beautiful, like extra beautiful. And I said, why does your face look like that? And she says, Glow Collagen. I was like, great, here's my credit card. And then on New Year's Eve, I signed up as an associate because after starting Glow December 22nd, you can't really see it now, but you could see through my scalp. Like my hair loss was really bad. And I was looking at going to like get fitted for a wig. So I'm like, I will try everything, anything. I at that time had spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on shampoos and hair systems. So I'm like, this sounds great. There's no synthetics. Like, yeah, okay, I will try it. And I loved it. Within 3 days, I was sleeping better. My skin cleared. So I joke about that being my ride or die. My teen who has fibromyalgia takes it and he sees a great reduction in pain. My business partner also has fibro and he loves it as well. I'm actually going to go take him a bottle tonight because he ran out unexpectedly. So that's my favorite. And my hair, like it used to be, I don't know, you guys have known me for a while now. That was back in December. So we're almost at a year and I've had tremendous hair growth. So great. I love it. But Transform, like I was healthily skeptical, right? I actually do take a weight loss medication. It's very expensive. It comes with a ton of side effects and I don't love it. However, I have lost 80 pounds on this medication. I've lost 145 pounds overall since my heaviest. So I'm actually not expecting a lot from my Transform, right? I eat pretty well. My portion sizes are pretty controlled because of this other medication. So I didn't expect the things that I have noticed. So the first thing I noticed, which really surprised me, was the level of energy I had. Like I felt like I had a cup of mojo and took my focus and just like raring through the day, but I didn't have either of those things. I just stuck with Transform all week because I wanted to see what it did. So the energy was fantastic, the mental clarity was fantastic, and I did end up losing 2 pounds, which broke me through my plateau, which I've been at for like 7 weeks. I've been stuck at the same weight. And I'm a turtle when it comes to weight loss. Like I'm lucky if I lose a quarter pound every week or two. So to lose 2 pounds in a week, I was super thrilled. And then the other thing that I had honestly no idea, kind of took me by surprise. I've been recovering from a psoriasis flare. It flared really badly in the summer. My stress was off the charts. We were renovating a new commercial location for my music business. Stress was crazy. And I had the worst flare of my adult life. Like I have never been in a position where people have come up to me in public and said, "Oh my God, what happened to your arm?" Like it was bad. And it took me out of the game for a bit. I stopped talking to people. In the summer, it was hot, but yeah, I haven't, tuned into these things for a bit. So in any case, long story short, it's like Transform has put my healing into overdrive. So it has been improving over the last few weeks because one of my biggest inflammatory things is sugar. Sugar and wheat. Those are my big things. I try to not have them, but I mean, come on. Thanksgiving pie. I was at Leslie's house. We had pie. We had tarts. It was great. Yeah, and it has totally sped up my healing. So now my arm still has a bit of redness, but the texture of my skin has improved at least 60% compared to where I was 2 weeks ago. And I've only been taking it for a week and a half.
That is amazing. And first of
Yeah.
all, the first thing I noticed on the call was how beautiful your hair was because I haven't seen you in a few months.
Yeah.
And I just love what you said about accelerating your healing. That is so beautiful. That's awesome. And I love that what we're seeing is people are having results, different results, and they can vary and they're different. Jen, is it okay if I call one more person? Because I see her on and I know she's staying up late from the East Coast. Michelle, are you there? Are you able to do a quick share with us, just quickly, your experience on Transform? And just also your experience with the business?
Hi, sure. So with Transform, I was really only taking it because I've had such amazing results with other Trinot products, myself and my family. I didn't, I mean, I love to eat lots of sweets, so I knew my sugar wasn't great, but I get it checked every year at the doctor. And, once in a while she'll say, well, you have to watch it when you get older. You never know, but my levels were always fine. So I thought, well, the weight loss part of it, I'm all for that, but I'm willing to get a monitor and give it a try. So I did that, and I monitored my glucose level for 2 days before I started to transform. And to my shock, my levels were uh, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10 again, 11, even up to 12.2. And the average was 9 something. I can't remember now, but 9 point something was the average. So that really shocked me. I couldn't understand it because, like I said, I go every year and get my blood sugar checked. So I started to transform, and I did my own little test. I did the same meals 2 days in a row, one day with transform, one day without, same thing the next 2 days. And my highest levels without transform on those meals were, again, I had another 12, just over 12, and some 10s on the days without transform. And the days with transform, my highest number was 7.2. So, and I didn't have the spikes, the huge spikes. And I thought about it and I thought, well, it kind of makes sense because when you go to the doctor and they send you for the test once a year, they test your blood at one point in the day. So you they have no idea what your body is doing throughout the day and the ups and downs that you're feeling. And it just made so much sense with how my energy level was so up and down and so up and down. It was so eye-opening. And so I continued on to transform, and I'm just trying to think now. So I lost my place.
I'm gonna jump in for a second because I know when we were chatting earlier, you were also mentioning with those spikes and
Oh,
then
yes.
crashes, you were
Yes.
getting sweat.
Yes, so I had thought for the past year or so that I was having hot flashes. My birthday was last week. I don't mind sharing. I turned 57, and I figured, well, I'm having hot flashes. But what I noticed is I was at a friend's home party supporting her home business, and I had 3 cookies. So I took my blood sugar a half hour after that, and it was 12.2. And I was like, 12.2 on 3 cookies. And this is me thinking, I'm going to take my blood sugar. I better only have 3 cookies. Anyhow, a little bit later, I had what I felt was a hot flash. And I am glad had this thought. I thought, oh, I'm going to check my blood sugar. So I had the monitor on and I checked it, and it had gone from 12.2 to 4.7. And I thought, wow, is that something to do with my blood sugar of why I keep breaking out in these sweats? And, maybe that's what it is. Uh, and it was so eye opening because since I've been on Transform, which is now 7 days, that has not happened one time. Not one time have I had a hot flash or break out in sweats. So I'm very anxious to keep monitoring that and seeing maybe it's my blood sugar would drop and make me break out in a sweat. It's it's wonderful. I have had great weight loss. I don't really even actually I don't want to overshadow the rest with that. That's a bonus. It's wonderful, but what it's doing to me internally, and when I turned 50, I started this journey of trying to find the right things and trying to reverse what I had done to myself, basically, and trying to get healthy. And I guess it just hit me at that age. So I'm totally in the right spot, and I'm just so happy with everything I'm finding.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing, Michelle. I love it so much. And you guys, Michelle has stayed up. She's actually on the Eastern time zone. And I just have to say that, Michelle, you're an accountant and you had no intention of coming in and using the products and growing a business. You just really wanted to try the products for your daughter and then yourself.
Yes.
You want to just briefly share how that transpired for you? Because you guys, Michelle is crushing it.
Thank you, Benny. You are absolutely right. I don't mind talking about Shar when she's not on here. She knows the story. She knows that I honestly was only watching her talk about Trinot products because I love watching her. She's a riot. She cracks me up. I should say she's the yin to my yang. I'm a very, well, like you said, an accountant. I'm very like organized and level, and she's the opposite. And I love that. It gives me that that I don't have. So I was just listening to her. I guess I was taking some of it in because when something came up for my daughter, I thought about some of the products that I had heard her talk about. So I guess I was listening and not just enjoying her, but I was listening and taking it in. So I reached out to her and I got the products for my daughter, and she knew I was getting them for her. And she said, well, you may as well sign up as an associate. You already have a customer. If you're buying it for your daughter, you already have a customer. You may as well make some money off of the sale. And I was like, money? So I went from never, ever, ever thinking anything about being a customer to being an associate, because why not make a little money? And I honestly started taking the collagen myself, saw my huge results. My daughter had amazing, life-changing results with her products, the Zest and the Focus, and I just couldn't stop talking about it. I was telling everybody about it because it was just amazing, and I wasn't really doing it on purpose. Even I was just like, oh my heavens, like, and just so overwhelmed about it. And people were interested, and then they started buying. And that was in May. And last month I hit Jade, and I've already hit Jade in October, and we're 12 days in. So on to the next rank we go.
That's so awesome. I love it so much. Thank you for staying up late and just sharing a little bit with us. And I always tell people we're all social sellers. So if you're watching a Netflix show, you want to share that with your bestie. One of my friends just told me today about pajamas because she's always wearing them. Everybody knows Candace. I'm like, where do you get those pajamas? Well, she sent me a link to those pajamas. So we all have the social seller in us, and it's all about sharing. And that's what I love about you, Michelle, is you have such a huge heart. And I know you're making such a difference with so many other people. And it started with you helping your daughter and then yourself and so many others. So thanks for being on. Jen, I'm going to pass it to you to share, to have a couple people share.
Awesome. Thank you, Benny. All right. So my friend Bruce here has joined us. So we were on a call today. I think it was today. Yeah, this morning. And I was like, Bruce, what are you doing at 8 o'clock? You need to tell my people this, right? So Bruce has had an opportunity to try some of the products. So Bruce, why don't you hop on here and share with us what you have been experiencing?
All right. Okay, so the products that I've been using is Boost, Enriched, and Transform. And since Thursday to Sunday, I lost 5 pounds. I went from 230 to 225. And then, so let me explain what's just happened in my life. I went to one of those trampoline places with my son. And normally I just go there and I just watch him, but I was not just there watching. I was there just jumping with him with Theo for like jump for jump. And the guy is 4 years old and he's doing bum drops, falling on his back and doing all these other different stuff. And now if we go back 3 months ago, that was like the last time I was on a trampoline place. I would jump for a minute. My heart felt like it was going to explode. My ribs felt like they were expanding out and I thought I broke a rib. I could feel my heartbeat through my eyes. And yesterday, I was landing on my knees, doing front flips, land on my back, flip on my chest, and just doing straight up front flips. Theodore had the time of his life with his dad because I wasn't there just being the side guy. I was there for 4 hours and I wasn't even out of breath. So the main question is, how did I feel this morning? Well, like yesterday when I woke up full of energy and no pain. And that was my day.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
that's just,
I'm so excited. It brings tears to my eyes just to think the fact that you were able to create this memory with your son instead of him just bouncing around by himself, but like be able to really engage in the fun together and create that memory for each other, and how many more adventures you're going to have together because of how you've been impacted by these products. So I'm so excited to continue watching your journey, and I want to hear every step of the way, everything that's happening, and you are sharing with people as well, because you have had this impact. So you've been telling people about it too, because you're like, oh my gosh, like everybody needs to hear about these products. Because when you hear these stories and you hear everyone around you having these huge impactful stories, it's bringing quality of life back. It's bringing just energy so that you can actually enjoy your life. So many people go to work all day and then they don't have any energy to actually live their life. And this is just bringing that back for people so they can like build relationships, go on adventures, feel good in their body, feel good in their mind. You heard people talk about mental clarity. You heard people talk about physical, being able to do physical things, like so many ways people's lives are being impacted. And we are just getting started. We have only been in Canada for just over a year. We are a brand new company, really, in the US too. I mean, 10 years old, that's not very old. And we are just getting started. We have been growing rapidly because of these stories, these impactful stories, which leads us to being a tremendous opportunity for developing a business right now. Because I don't know if you know, but this is a product, this product specifically Transform. We already have a whole backing of complementary products that are already making big impacts in people's lives. But this product Transform, you cannot get anywhere else. And it is not only like radically transforming lives in our community, but we're sharing it. And every time we share our stories, we have people coming and asking, I want more information. I want more information. I want this. We broke the internet when we went live because everybody is wanting it. We sold $1.3 million in one day. And we have just a small pocket of people that we've introduced this to. Now, if you're a person who can see a business opportunity when it's knocking, it's knocking. And we have an amazing comp plan, amazing leadership, amazing systems in place to help you grow and teach you how to share and get this product into people's hands so that their lives can be transformed. And I just want to invite you to check in with the person who invited you to watch this video and tell them, like, give me more information. Tell them you're curious. Information is free. And I think you'd be crazy to not at least give yourself the opportunity to look at it, because you just never know. You just never know. I had no idea when I saw these products that I'd be where I am today. I had no idea the hundreds of people I would impact this year. And, we're just getting started. We're at the beginning wave of massive growth. And because we're not just like shaking things up a little bit, we're shaking things up big time in not just the industry of network marketing, but in the health space overall, because people are getting radical results and having being able to live differently than they were prior to starting on the products. And that is just huge, impactful, and we love it. So thank you guys for being here and sharing. Thank you, Benny, for partnering with me to bring this call together. Thank you for everyone for sharing. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are sharing this with someone, thank you. You are part of making this a big impact. We wish you guys an amazing weekend, and I'm sure we will see you again very soon. You're going to hear more stories.